Imagine being on the perfect vacation. Turquoise waters, clear skies, warm breezes, and the promise of adventure. However, as with any tale, there lies the unexpected twist. Let's begin with this question. What happens when your dream vacation turns into a travel nightmare? So many things can go wrong at any time, and they could have been prevented. In this video, we're going to dive into the top 10 travel mistakes and how to avoid them. So stay to the end for a bonus tip. So let's learn from experience of the others. 10 common travel mistakes. Here we go. Number 1 is overpacking. Lugging around huge, heavy suitcase can put a serious dampener on your holiday. Too many packed items can lead to messy hotel rooms, a sore back, lost stuff, and way too much dirty laundry. How to avoid these? Overpacking starts with choosing a travel bag or suitcase that is larger than necessary. Begin with a carry-on bag and only size up if you really need to. Select everything you need and then try to remove half of the items. This exercise can help you narrow down your selections to the bare necessities. And keep your travel wardrobe neutral so that you can mix and match every item. Also try to choose clothing that can be used for multiple activities so you can pack fewer items. Mistake number 2, dining close to major tourist attractions. It's common for the cafes and restaurants located close to a popular tourist attraction to be more expensive than if you venture just a little bit further. You're likely to find better selection, more affordability, and better quality foodie spots if you were to head to where the locals eat. Avoid this by making sure that you're not always staying within tourist areas. It's beneficial to do a little bit of pre-holiday research into your destination on websites such as TripAdvisor, or ask your accommodation provider for tips once you arrive. More on your accommodation provider in the bonus at the end. Which brings us to mistake number 3, carrying valuables. When you carry expensive jewelry, cameras, and other pricey items, you may attract the attention of pickpockets. Even if theft isn't a problem at your travel destination, it's all too easy to lose things while you're traveling, so it's best to leave any irreplaceable items at home. Avoid this mistake by making sure you bring a jacket with you with zip pockets, or wear a fanny bag. I call it a bum bag for carrying your cash and credit cards. Remove any items from your wallet that aren't necessary ahead of travel, such as all those loyalty cards, work passes. Extra cards will make your wallet fatter, and which it could attract those notice of thieves. A lot of us make mistake number 4, and that is creating an over-ambitious itinerary. So much to do, so much to see. Visiting 9 countries in 8 days may sound great on paper, but your trip will be such a blur that you may not be even able to remember where you've been in all those pictures. Restrain yourself while you're creating your itinerary and build in some unscheduled time so you can immerse yourself in the culture of a place and spend some time relaxing. Give yourself enough breathing room that you have time to soak in your destination. Which brings us to mistake number 5, underestimating time required for security. Too many travelers have missed flights because they didn't realize and give themselves enough time to get through security. Nothing sends the blood pressure skyrocketing like watching your flight time creep up while you stand helplessly in the queue. Avoid this mistake by getting to the airport 2 to 3 hours ahead of your flight time, especially if you're traveling at a busy time of year, such as school holidays. Expect even longer lines than usual. It never hurts to be early for your trip. So you can just find a spot at the airport lounge and relax ahead of your flight. Mistake number 6, booking flights too close together. I have done this. Booking your flights as close together as possible. It's tempting. But after all, you want to not eat up too much time and get to your destination faster. But this strategy can backfire on you, and any delays in your flights, which will happen, could throw you off the whole rest of your trip. Avoid this mistake when possible by at least allowing 2 hours layover so you have time to get through security, grab food, stretch your legs before the next flight, without the stress of rushing to get to your next gate. This also means that you have a buffer if your flight is slightly delayed. I have done this. Charlotte, North Carolina airport. I have literally run from one end of the airport to the other. Thought I was going to have a heart attack. The next mistake is forgetting to inform your bank about your trip. Most banks have automated fraud protection systems in place, and if you suddenly lose your card in another country, then it could be flagged and put on hold. How to avoid this mistake it's really easy. Fortunately, you can just call your bank, let them know, or your credit card company, let them know when you're going, where you're going, and that's all you need to do. Our next mistake has happened to many, I'm sure, not factoring in time zones into your trip. We've heard stories about unlucky travelers missing their flights overseas because they didn't consider the time zone change between their current location and the airport where they would be flying out of. Avoid this mistake by making sure you carefully check the different time zones at each destination when you're planning your flights. This can easily be done using a website such as Every Time Zone. And travel mistake number 10, don't nap when you arrive. Traveling can be exhausting, and when you arrive at your destination after a long day, a nap may sound just like the very best idea ever, but it's a big mistake. Resist that urge. Avoid this by, napping may extend your jet lag is a reason why we don't want to take a nap. So it'll make it harder for you to recover from the time zone change. So push through and try to stay up until your normal bedtime on the first evening of your trip. If possible, you can spend some time out in the sun to help your body acclimate more quickly. And the tip that I have as a bonus is check out belonging to a travel membership. They will have travel packages at luxurious places, luxury travel at wholesale prices. They also include training for life skills and some of the top health and wellness at wholesale prices. So you can go to NiloLife.tv. I will put the link down below, and I have a short video for you to watch. So I hope that helps. Those top 10 mistakes that we make when we travel, and so many of those, like all of those, could be avoided. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.